What is up, all my lovely subjects? It's Master Salazar here, and I know this is not one of my usual upload days because it's Saturday, but I just felt like doing this for some reason. I felt like I would tell you guys my my coming out story, kind of, because I mean, I'm bisexual. Everyone who watches me already knows that. But I never explained my coming out story to you guys. So I guess I should start with when I first started realizing that I'm bisexual. Let's see, I was 15 years old when I first realized that I'm bi, and that was because of this super freaking hot guy that lived across the street from me who I went to school with, who was 2 years older than me, and I went to karate with. At some point, I stopped liking karate, so I stopped going there. But the main reason that I kept going for a while was because of my first guy crush. But honestly, back then, since this was like 5 years ago, I thought that it was just going to be a one time thing, a one time guy crush. But then, uh, back then, I was still completely obsessed with One Direction and started noticing that I thought Harry Styles and Zayn Malik are both super hot. And Niall Horan, too. And Liam Payne. Louis Tomlinson wasn't that cute to me, though. But yeah, I started noticing that the guy across the street from me was very cute. One Direction was like every guy in One Direction was hot. I started noticing Kellen Quinn was sexy as hell, but I didn't become obsessed with him until like 2016. Uh, but yeah, the first person I came out to was Jade, and he obviously fully accepted me and everything. There weren't any problems there, but then I decided to come out to my ex best friend, and that it went well for a while. He would try to poke fun at it, but he still mostly accepted me until he told his parents, and they were being fake and accepting it for a while, and then made their children stop talking to me. But yeah, you guys already know about that. I did a whole story time about it. But yeah, after my first guy crush, I had started noticing a lot of guys at my high school were super cute, and then I eventually came out to Megan, my sister. She has always fully accepted me. And then my dad, I didn't end up coming out to him until like a few months after I realized that I'm bisexual, because I was afraid my dad wouldn't accept me. he did end up, he accepted it at first, and then he, like the first day after I told him, he accepted it, but then the day after I came out to him is when he started trying to convince me that I was still straight. It made no sense to me, and it pissed me off so much. Like, almost all the time, my dad would try to talk me out of being bisexual, as I would describe it to my friends back then. And it was so annoying and irritating because the whole time that was going on, I was just thinking, this is who I am. This is part of who I am now. And the fact that you are trying to get me to go back in the closet and pretend that I'm someone that I'm not really hurts my feelings. Because it did. And then he stopped trying to, eventually he stopped trying to convince me that I'm not bisexual and I'm still straight. But then my dad tried telling me I wasn't allowed to talk about my bisexuality around him, which made no sense to me. But I mean, Megan would still show me, like when she was on Meet Me for a little bit, she would show me cute guys while my dad was home. He'd be looking through Meet Me at cute guys, and then like she would ask me if I thought one guy was cute, and I'd be like, yeah. My dad would be sitting on the other end of the couch staring at us, and at some point he'd just roll his eyes and be like, oh my god, are you kidding me? And we would just ignore him. But eventually, at some point, the way my dad described it was, I guess the main reason he decided to come to terms with the fact that I'm bisexual and accept me was because he didn't want to screw up our father and son relationship, I guess. That was, I don't know, that's how he described it to me, I guess. But I don't know, he's still confused about things with me and my boyfriend. Like I don't know why, but my dad right now is apparently confused about my relationship and he keeps trying to ask me questions about it, and I'm like, why are you trying to ask me a bunch of questions about my relationship? It's like he's more invested in my relationship than me and my boyfriend are. And I don't even know how that's possible, but he just constantly asks me questions about it. And it's getting irritating. And I keep telling him that it's getting irritating that he keeps asking me questions about my relationship. But he won't stop. Like he won't. I don't know. I mean, he says he's fine with the fact that I'm in another long distance relationship, this time with a guy. But he still, to me, seems to be confused about it, I guess. I don't know. I swear, the next time he tries to ask me a question about it, I'm probably just not even going to answer. And I'm going to tell him to stop asking me questions about my relationship. I mean, I understand that he just wants to know more about the dating part of my life, but I don't know. It just doesn't. It gets very annoying. Jade was always completely accepting of my bisexuality. We've never had problems with that. Um, I've always been able to talk to him about things that have to do with being bisexual, and he's totally cool with it. But with my dad, I can't do that very often just because it makes him uncomfortable. Ugh. But yeah, that's literally what my dad tells me when I try to talk to him about things that have to do with my relationship or just being bisexual. Basically, unless he asks me a question about my boyfriend or my relationship, I'm not allowed to talk about it, I guess, unless he specifically asks me about it. And I'm just not allowed to talk about Kellen Quinn or anyone else that I call my guys. If you don't remember who I'm talking about, I did a live stream about that a few months ago. But yeah, I don't know. Who else did I come out to? My brother Patrick. I came out to him a few months ago when he randomly hit me up on Facebook. And like I was talking to him and I told him, and then he told me he already pretty much knew before I did, and I was like, okay. My other brother was also completely accepting of it from the start of when I told him. Basically, I guess my point of all that is I've mostly gotten positive feedback about being bisexual since I came out. I don't really have anything else to say about this. So, yeah, I guess that's basically my coming out story. So, this has been Matster Salazar. I will see my lovely subjects in my next video.